Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everyone. Okay, welcome back to my channel. Okay, this is OPM 655. I'm on the chapter 2. Chapter 2 is on the needs and identification. Okay, for this one it's more like a briefing on these PowerPoint slides. So if you want more information, I strongly suggest you to refer our textbook on the ebook. Okay. Actually, I think for your class, I think you should be settled with Madam Rosita. Okay. So this is a brief, quick summary of the chapter 2. Okay. Okay. On this chapter 2, okay, ready your pen and paper. Sorry. Hope you are ready. So we start now. Okay, in this chapter we got several things that we have to cover, mostly on the identification of the projects. Okay, number one is a customer and business needs identification. We need to identify what are the first thing have to look on when you want to pursue a project. Second one is request for proposal, the requirements, all the things have that needs to be in the RFP. Okay, another terms that is popular for this one is RFP. Okay, a synonym for this one. And what is a tender notice? Okay, this is something that different from last ASM 552. Okay, they are stressing on this tender notice. They will you will see some of the example of this tender notice, actual tender notice on the real world case study. Okay, you need to compare and comments on this one later on. And then we have this proposal writing, how to write a proposal, some simple steps and do's and don'ts. Bidding process and tender evaluation. This is what happens in the bidding and how actually tender been evaluated. Awards of the project, who will get who wants the project or get grasp of the project, and what is the contracts and types of the contracts, also the contracts management. Okay, that's the thing. A lot actually, but actually just as you can see, just 23 slide. It's not a lot sebenarnya. Lesson objective, of course, I think you all just read this one. Okay, mostly covered all the things that have been said on these topics, subtopics on chapter 2. Okay, needs and identification, the first one. Customer identify the needs, problem and issues. Okay, before they pursue a project, before they want to start a project, they need to identify the needs. Okay, the needs will be I can say they will be categorized lah. Is it urgent needs? Is it just can be something that we can do in the future? If that needs is urgent or is something related to the problem or issues that need to be settled as soon as possible, so the project should be on the top priority. Okay, so mostly they will classify these needs, the customer needs, based on their priority. Okay, another one, it depends on their planning and their punya goals and missions of their company. And customer to develop a certain criteria or guideline to select the prioritize a project. Yes, this is the thing sebenarnya. They will do some evaluations or things before they want to select a project that need to be done first. Okay, select a project that maximize returns for their organization. That is the number one, mostly for the private company, to maximize the return of profits of their company. So in this one, maximize return, we'll look on this aspect of opportunity for improvement, technology advancement, maybe learns getting grasp of this new technology, something that others company, our competitor don't have yet. Okay, continual development, of course. We want to grow our business or company, And expansion, business, market, or economic gain, yes, maybe they can open a new branches ke, they can do some JV, joint venture with others companies, okay. And of course the competitiveness lah. Competitiveness is when we want to ensure that the company is will be survive lah in this world environment, okay, in this world competitiveness amongst the company. Okay, another one is customer to get the data and information to justify for the project. Okay, once they have selects some of the projects, so have to look on this realistic of assumptions. Okay, is it what the project can give to the company, and what the things that need to make sure the project is complete on time. Okay, and get the data, it will be qualitative or maybe a quantitative, means can be both quantitative related to some figures. Mostly we can see maybe some increment in their profits. For the qualitative, maybe moral of their employees or team members. Qualitative also can be yes, something that improve their skills, improve their knowledge. Okay, and of course analyze and evaluate each of opportunity to make sure that they covered everything. Have to look on, yeah, when they pursue of this project, what kind of opportunity that they can have later on. Okay, maybe they can expand their new business study as the first one mentioned, as long consider the return of investment. Okay, ROI, make sure the meaning that if they invest 10 million here today's for the project, is it they gonna get after 5 years 10% profits, 20%, depends. So we will pick a project will give the most profit to the company, and of course to ensure the company is run for a longer time lah. And customers secure top management approval with their selections and justification of the project. Of course, they should be approached to that top management before they want to pursue a project, because the one that do the project is the members of the company. Okay, and prepare for the next stage, which is the request for proposal or invitation to tender. Okay, this one, then the things that we'll look on the next subtopic for this chapter. Okay, justification and it, they have classified. Okay, this is also the same like last old code. Okay, justification of the need. Okay, number one is a customer identify needs or opportunity, and of course they have to look on the budget of that year. Mostly of this company or company outside the private company, especially even the government agencies, they have available budget for particular years. Depends. So based on that budget, they will pursue on this project that should be give them most on the return of investment. Okay, prioritize the needs, of course, benefits of the return of investment and economics, the developments, advantages, disadvantages, okay, and pro and cons, the consequences of the projects. Okay, maybe it can give our employees a burden on some of the project, can actually can give us a lot of tasks to do, actually job responsibility. So if that employees or if you are workers have a one project already, then they want to pursue another project, they have to look actually on their manpower over there. Okay, I think mostly one of the in one company they only have one or two projects going on for the respective employees. Should be not more than three lah. Sometimes yes, it can be more than five projects. Depend on, mostly in IT, 3 to 4 projects is normal. For I think for the other things, I think 2 to 3 project is standard lah. Okay. Justification, working papers, of course, the analysis, all the documented things have to be stated. Quantitative, qualitative, assumptions, expected returns, quantify benefits, all have to be on the paper. So it can be easily compared to each others. And of course, you have to secure the approval, top management agreements, okay, government review, ROI, consensus, budgets, request for proposal, invitation tender, prepare request for proposal, tender notice, okay. Okay, what is RFP? The request for proposal, okay. Oh, dia tak beritahu kat sini. Okay. Okay, request for proposal is actually a document sebenarnya. Requirement in document tender to provide a statement of work, scope of project, outline tasks or element the customer needs. So in here, this RFP, it will provide the specification and attributes of the project. Example like quantity, dimension, parameters, cost, performance, and payments. As long to provide the details on the project deliverables, on the tangible item and intangibles things, and to furnish customer supply items like a MOS logo, specific document writing, all the comply to the government's requirements, as long they want to state the approval and a verification required for certain stages of process. Okay, mostly these are the things on the RFP. It's like guidelines of proposal lah sebenarnya. Okay. Continuous on this RFP, requirement in document tender to state the types of contracts and costing payments, progressive and monthly example. To specify expected project completion time, date or deadline, and to state a proposal submission date and time, and to furnish company profile, track records of achievement, technical expertise and availability, and tentative project schedule, as long the project cost proposal and resource to be used. Okay, as you can see here, everything will be clarified in the RFP, meaning that the RFP is a guideline. Okay, what the things that the contractor have to include in their proposal. Okay, of course, in our proposal, we have this project completion time expected. Okay, of course, this one is the most important things where company have to list out their past previous project that have been done. Okay, from here actually, the customers, meaning that the company that want have the project, will look on this contractor or company profile to to analyze to evaluate which company is better for the project. Okay. Okay, this is a new one, tender notice. Okay, last old code, this thing is not been really touched. Okay, but this one they really look onto this. Okay, number one. Okay, this one is as exercise. Okay, I think Madam Rosita will give you some of these example of tenders. We also have this. I think later lah. This Madam Rosita will. For my class, I will give you on this example of tender in our GC, Google Classroom. Okay, you have to comment, discuss on the tender notice. What types of the tender notice? What kind of similarities? What is the differences between these all the tenders, and what they should be prioritized contents in the tender notice. Okay. Before that, what is actually a tender notice? It's a formal offer in a writing to offer or request for services in return for a certain amount of money and a date. Okay, tender notice serve to notify interested parties on a job tender to be offered. Okay, this is like a advertisement lah sebenarnya ni. That something is open for bids sebenarnya. Okay, to invite the qualified parties to take up the offer and provide services. Okay, and to sell document tender, once they have up, this is some project is open. Okay, this is like a news, and after that they will sell the document tender. Document tender is what is in the RFP. Document tender I think is similar with the RFP, confirmed with Medal Rosita. And to specify the job requirement of statement of work in the brief. Okay, statement of work, this thing or job requirement is the things on the request for proposal. Okay, that's why the requirement in document tender is on this RFP. Okay. Alright. Kat mana tadi? Okay, here. Okay, content of tender notice. Okay, what in this things that in this tender notice? Of course, the organization name and the logo of the customers. Okay, which actually company that open for wants to have this project actually. Invitation to tender, the tender number reference, maybe they have several projects going on, so they have to one unique number lah actually, reference for particular projects. Tender qualification, it can be PKK, CIDB, MOF, okay, MOF related Ministry of Finance, Bumi Putra status, class of contractors, experience, okay, all the things, okay, for the company that want to join, contractors that want to have this project have to actually they have there's some class like a contractor have A, B, C. Okay, A is a bigger, C is small. Okay, and tender description, of course, statement of work, project requirement overview, in the document fees, modes of payment can be paid online mostly or bank checks, site visit requirement, if that is something that need to done first. Sorry. Okay, money deposits, earnest money. Once they are confirmed with the project, they have to deposit some money actually. And submission of document tender requirements, date time, okay, and the clause of indemnity. Clause of approval lah kalau tak silap ni. Sekejap. Clause of indemnity. Okay, to make ensure that I'm not wrong on this one. Okay. Macam mana dengar ni? Okay, an indemnity clause is a contractual transfer of risk between two contractual parties, generally to prevent loss or compensate for a loss which may occur as a result of a specified event. Like a warrant lah, this one. Guarantee, okay? Meaning that okay, once they have give this certain project to a contractor, so the contractor agree to finish the project on the specified time. Okay, if they don't finish the project, okay, they have to bear the cost lah, bear all the things that have agreed on the proposal before. Okay, okay, so let's citing a proposal. Okay, how actually this customer or company do want to have a project get the proposal actually. Okay, number one is from the advertisement in the media. It can be on the newspaper, it can be on the website of the company. Yes, let's say contoh Jabatan Kerja Raya Kota Semarahan memerlukan satu apa jambatan pendek lah daripada sungai A ke kampung A ke kampung B. So they will up these advertisements on their website maybe, or maybe they do some like a notice, tender notice in the newspapers, or maybe some of the notice board. Okay, advertisement in the media. Okay, and then the customer business contacts or business association. This one maybe is direct, okay, lies of this between of these two parties. And list of approved contractor by government organization. They can strictly contact this contractor that available. Okay. Of course, all the contractor has been categorized, contractor A, B, C, to the government's punya agencies and organizations. And of course, all this will be through a bid, meaning that yes, not one company actually will pursue for a project. There are many actually, more than 10. I think depends depend what kind of the project that is available. Okay, this is the important part of this chapter, proposal. Okay. Okay, proposal is a selling document and a simple technical report to convince the customer in order to be given to the contract or the project. So proposal has to compete with other competitors. Okay, so as I said, maybe they got 10 proposal, if which is give 10 different offers to the company. So we have to select which is the best for. Yes, we will. Which one is given the best for on the return of investment. And preparing our proposal is the second stage in the project life cycle. Okay, okay, returns in a simple. Okay, requirement of a good proposal. Okay, some of these I can say guidelines. Okay, written in simple and concise language, easily understood by a customer and its management. Make it easy. Okay, straight to the point. Realistic and accurate in terms of scope, cost, schedule, meets a customer requirement. Make sure is on tick all everything that in RFP needed. What is RFP in the RFP document and the requirements, and highlights a unique factor that differentiate your proposal from others. This one you do your listing what kind of project that you have been done on the previous years or on the past before, and refrain from using complex drawing and illustration. Make it simple and provide sufficient detail to convince customer with not overly detailed. Okay, we don't want to expose everything. We just give them a big picture lah, what we can offer for them. Okay. Okay, in the proposal, okay, there are three sections actually: technical, management, and also the cost. Okay. Okay, in this technical section of a good proposal, should we have a description of the customer needs, problem or requests of the things that they want on the projects, propose solution or proof of project, or description of how data or information will be collected or analyzed, and to the rationale of the solutions and the benefit to the customer in terms of quantitative and qualitative. Technical, they will clarify in on how actually they want to tackle the problems or how they want to solve the problem or get into the project. Okay, that's on the technical section. While in this management section, all the things that they propose, okay, here, okay, they will enclose a project organization chart, responsibility, expertise, who are the manpower that responsible for the particular task of the project. Description of work tasks, okay. Description of resources, facilities, and equipments. Meaning that all is under control in this management section. And state the list of deliverable project reports, drawing, manual equipments, and of course the project schedule. While for the cost section, of course they estimate the cost of labors, manpower, this one, okay, materials, raw materials, equipment use, subcontractor and consultant fees if involved, travel and administrative costs, and documentation costs, printing everything, and overhead costs or indirect costs like insurance and depreciation by year tu. Okay, depreciation is just like we start this project in 2020, but let's say this project is 5 years, okay, because the inflasi and so on. Of course, the first one we propose the budget is not the same like on the year 3, year 4, and year 5, because maybe the cost of the raw material will be increased next year, or maybe decrease next year. So we just have a depreciation level here. Another things to consider for in the good proposal is pricing considerations. Okay, reliability of the cost estimates, and list all the risks that probably encounter in the project, value of project to the contractor and customer budgets, and the competitions. Proposal submission and follow-ups. Okay, after we submit the proposal, maybe in a few weeks after that, try to get updates on the proposal that has been sent. Is it a success or not? Usually, they will inform who is the successful contractors in their website lah, on this customer website when they have picked a contractor for the project. Okay, factor bid or not to bid. Okay, of course the competitiveness and competition. Is there a competitive edge or advantage over others? Okay, of course kita want to bid of the project that is confirm we can win. Not confirm lah, more than 50% chance that we can get a project. Any insider influence, okay, and affiliation with the customers. Okay, maybe we have a long history with the company, with the customers, so that we can have a favor to get the project. Okay, of course, we look on the risk. Okay, calculated the risk, technical, financial, too many uncertainties involve the project or not. So yes, if that project is too risky, maybe we can pick another project that have a less risk. Okay, we don't want to jeopardize we fail the project at the end of the later. Okay, and mission, is it in line with own core business expertise? Okay, this is more mission vision of the company. Extension of capabilities, is it the project can give the opportunity to further enhance on capabilities of your workers or your company technical things. And of course the reputation, company reputation with customer, pride and image. Okay, customer funds, of course we look on the customer profile also. Okay, customer financial stability, fund availability, viability of the projects, because some of the project can be just the gajah putih punya project, just to show off on it. Maybe this thing is on the political things lah. Okay, propose resources. It needs time, money and effort to prepare a good quality winning proposal. Okay, because when we want to pursue our project, we have to allocate members to tackle on the project, so they will have time actually to prepare for this one. And of course the project resources, we have the manpower to carry this project until it's completed. Okay, sikit lagi types of contract. Okay, as you know, a contract is a agreement between the contractor who agree to provide a product or services and the customer who agrees to pay his contractor to a certain amount of dollars in return. Contracts in like agreements sebenarnya. There are two types of contract: fixed price contract and the cost reimbursement contracts. Okay, on the fixed price contract, customer agree on the price set for the project. Okay, and price remains fixed at the start of the project. Changes both variety reviews, high risk for contractors, meaning that this one is suitable actually for the small project. We know actually maybe last time on previous or the project previous history of the company of the contractor, they have done this project before, so they know actually the range price of the project is like maybe somewhere 50,000, maybe 1 million, not more than 1 million, so it's a fixed price. Okay, while for the cost reimbursement contract, customer agree to pay for all actual costs regardless of amount, plus and agreed upon profits, and high risk for customer as a contractor can overrun proposed price. This one is for the bigger project because some of the project will take a long time, so you don't want, of course the contractor don't want to have a loss actually on their projects. So this one is suitable for big project for cost reimbursement. Okay, and of course the customer who goes for this cost reimbursement project contract mostly will have a strong economy power lah, you know kan, strong financial capabilities lah. Okay. Okay, contract provisions. Okay. Are you still with me? Sedikit lagi ni. Kejap. Ni last part ni. Contract provision. Okay, I can say this contract provision it refers to the requirement of contract lah sebenarnya. Okay, so there are terms and clauses that related to the contracts. Okay, okay, some they list here. Oh, banyak ni. Okay, the last part of this chapter is on this contract provision. Okay, misimputation of costs. Okay, no cheating of falsifying of on costs for hours. Okay. Notice of overrun or schedule delay have to clarify to notify customer on anticipated cost overrun or schedule delay in writing, causes and corrective actions. Approval of subcontractor to obtain approval from customer in selecting or appointing a subcontractor. Customer furnish equipment, have to list all the items, pattern, declare ownership of pattern involved for the project, and disclosure of priority information prohibits one party to disclose information to any unrelated parties. Like I said, this one, okay, what agreed on the requirement of the contract. International consideration, yes. If project is done in a foreign country, customer may need to indicate observe certain cultural values, holidays, terminations. Okay, like I can say, international consideration. Maybe some of the contractor will bring their own people, like maybe this contractors is from China. Okay, the project is given to China company. So this China company bring their own people to our country to done the project. Even they bring a cook also. Okay, they have like a one team, so they maybe just they rent a house. Okay, all these maybe group of people, maybe 7 to 10 members. Okay, they will stay in that house for some period of time. Okay, they everything they provide for their people lah. So let's say, of course, like the Chinese New Year, same here we got Chinese New Year, so they will have a break lah. Related if macam China ada sambutan apa ke, so they will go back to China. Depends on the project agreements and so on. Terminations, okay, state the condition under which customer can terminate the contracts. Okay. Sorry. Terms of payment dictates how the customer is to pay for the job. Okay. Bonus or penalty payment. If the contractor finish this project early, maybe they will get a bonus. And changes, state the procedure proposing and approving, and implement changes to the project scope or schedule. Alright, that's all. So there's a lot actually, especially starting from the proposal topics, subtopics. There's a lot of things that can be asked from this chapter. So make a nice note on this one. I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Thank you. See you and stay safe.